I'm sure we've all experienced where a client suddenly vanished into thin air. One minute, everything seems fine, and the next minute, they're gone. But the truth is, clients don't just disappear. They give you warning signs before they leave. If you catch them early, you have a chance to fix things. So in today's video, I'm going to share 6 signs you're about to lose a client, and more importantly, what you can do about it. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shai Babatunde. I'm a business growth consultant and the founder of Ken Blue. My mission is to help passionate entrepreneurs and their teams to fulfill their mission while making great impact and great income. I focus on sustainable business growth, and me and my team facilitate that using our growth blueprint. Within the blueprint, we have 3 key areas that we cover. First, we help to deliver efficiently, because again, there's no point in getting more sales if you can't deliver well. Once delivery is patterned, we help the client to sell more. We help to strengthen your sales and increase your revenue. Once more revenue comes in, we focus on the last step, which is build infrastructure. And an important element of that is client management, which is what we're talking about today. Client retention is as important as acquisition, because to retain more clients, you have to know why the clients leave in the first place. So let's talk about the 6 signs you're about to lose a client. Number 1, they start questioning what they're paying for. One of the biggest red flags is when a client starts scrutinizing the price, questioning whether they're getting enough value, or even digging up the original agreement to see what was promised. This usually means one thing: they no longer feel like they're getting their money's worth. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you're not delivering. It just means they're not seeing the results they expected. Sometimes clients forget the progress they've made because they're focused on immediate returns. Other times, the expectations have shifted, but they haven't yet communicated that to you. So what do? Be proactive about showing results. Instead of waiting for them to ask, schedule progress updates, send reports, or even check to make sure the expectations are still aligned with the original plan. The more clarity they have, the less likely they are to feel like they're wasting money. Number 2, they become unresponsive. A client not asking a lot of questions is not always a bad thing, but when they stop replying altogether, when they take longer than usual to get back to you, or they start avoiding meetings, that's another red flag. Think about it. If someone values your service, they'll want to engage. They'll have questions, they'll have ideas, they'll have feedback. Silence often means one of 2 things: they're distracted with other priorities, or they're slowly disengaging with your service. Either one can often mean they're considering moving on. So what do? Don't wait for them to reach out. Be proactive. Check in with a simple message. Hey, I noticed we ain't caught up in a while. Is everything okay? Is there anything I can support you with? This opens up the door for them to express concerns before they decide to leave. Number 3, they want a breakdown of everything you're doing. If a client suddenly asks for a detailed breakdown of everything you're doing, especially when they never did that before, it often means they don't trust enough is being done. When clients are happy with the results, they don't check every little detail. In fact, when clients are happy with the results, they hardly check anything at all. But if they're not seeing the impact they expected, naturally, they shift their focus on activity instead of results. They just need to justify the cost by at least seeing the work being done. Instead of waiting for them to question your work, make transparency a standard part of your service. Provide regular updates, explain why tasks are important, and show how they connect with your business goals. This way, they never need to ask, "What have you done for me lately?" Number 4, they reduce the scope of work or the budget. One of the biggest warning signs that a client is on their way out is when they start cutting back on services. It's usually small. They might cancel a service here and there, or put another service on pause for the moment. Then before you know it, they've cut ties completely. Why does this happen? In some cases, it's a budget issue, but in many cases, they are slowly transitioning away. They might be testing out a new provider while keeping you as a backup, or they're simply preparing to exit the relationship. So what do? Instead of accepting the cutback, dig a little deeper. Ask them, "I notice you're scaling back. Are there any challenges on your help that I can help with?" This gives them space to explain their reasoning and opens the door for you to bring a solution. Maybe they still want your service, but they might need a different package. Or maybe they're just not seeing the results they expected. The goal is to catch it early before they fully walk away. Number 5, they start comparing you to your competitors. Have you ever heard a client casually mention another service provider in conversation? Maybe they say something like, "Oh, I saw another company doing X. Do you do that too?" Or, "I've been speaking to this consultant who does similar services to you, but they do Y." When a client starts bringing like a competitor, it's rarely just curiosity. It's usually a subtle way of sizing you up, benchmarking. They might be testing the waters, trying to see if they can get the best deal, or if something better is out there. Sometimes it's about price. Maybe they found a cheaper option. Other times it's about perceived value. They might feel another provider offers something extra that they aren't going to get from you. So what do? The worst thing you can do is panic or get defensive. Instead, ask them this: "That's interesting. What about their offer stood out to you? This question does two things. It shows you're not afraid of competition, which increases trust, and it gives you insight into their real concern. Is it price? Is it service? Or is it results? Once you know they're comparing you, you can address it directly. Maybe they didn't realize you offered that service, or maybe their expectations need to be realigned. Number 6, they delay payments or start questioning billing. A client who used to pay on time suddenly delaying payments isn't just struggling with a cash flow issue. It's often a sign they no longer see the same value in your service. At first, they might ask for extensions. Then they might start questioning the invoice, asking for breakdowns, or saying things like, I don't remember agreeing to this cost. These are clear signals that they are mentally detaching from your service and possibly looking for an exit. So what do we do? Again, here, transparency is key. If you've noticed repeated late payments, address that head on. So I've noticed payments have been delayed recently. Is there anything we need to adjust to keep things running smoothly? This allows you to identify if it's a temporary issue or a sign they're actually leaving. Also, make your invoices crystal clear. Show exactly what they're paying for and why. If the client can't see the value in your service, they will always question the cost. Clients don't just suddenly leave. They show signs first. If you catch these red flags early, you can turn things around before it's too late. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe and share. And drop a comment below. Have you ever lost a client unexpectedly? Tell us what happened. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.